It has been so long since I've made a video. But I wanted to make sure I hopped on here today. Excuse my hair. I got this little hair mask. I'm trying that little thing with um the rice water. It says it grows your hair naturally, so I just got it wrapped up. So excuse my appearance, but I still look good. But it's been a minute since I made a video, and everything's been going good. So I have started a new job, which is a great thing, um, because it doesn't take that much out of me. It's very simple, it's at home, it's 5 days a week. Allows me to have more time to engage in my writing, amongst other things. So, and the fact that I don't have to work on the weekends is really great. So, kudos to the Almighty, and I like it. So, but I also I guess I really haven't made a video because I just really been waiting on the next instructions on as far as what I should do. Because with my mindset, well, the concept of my mind, I only write when I feel like I need to write, or when God tells me to write. And when He tells me to write, then I write. When He tells me to rest, then I rest. And because, like I said, writing, it takes a lot. It takes a lot out of me to write, and so I have been. This is the crazy thing. This is how it be working. I will, as I've been in the midst of writing, so writing a manuscript, right? I wrote 15 pages and none of it saved. None of it, the what I've been writing for over the course of like a month of writing. It equivalent to like 15 pages of writing. Just a bunch of different things that I've been writing over the course of the last month or two. And when I think about something, I'll write it and I'll put it down, and then I incorporate it into my writing. So like I started a rough draft and it was 15 pages. My computer dies in the middle of the night and I wake up and it wasn't saved. And I'm like freaking out, trying to get it back. I spent a whole half of a day trying to figure out how to, restore the pages, trying to get it back. Why didn't it save? I thought I had it automatically saved on the Word document, but it didn't work. And so I just stopped. I said, God, well, maybe you want me to start over, because the basis of it was more so about me being in the foster care system, and how I went back and I revisit all of that. Like, that was the scenario, that was the basis of the memoirs when I was starting it. So when I lost all of the paper, I was a little devastated. I was a little upset, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I was writing all of that. It took a lot out of me to write all that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to remember it. But I'm like, well, how aren't you going to remember it? It's your life. You're going to remember it, right? So when I lost it all, I was like, well, what do I do now? So lo and behold, that's not what I was supposed to be writing. So God said, that's not all I want you to write about. That's not all I want you to talk about. That's not the basis of what I am having you write this manuscript for, the beginning of the book. That's not what this is all about. It's just not about you being in the foster care home. This is not what the book is all going to be about. So that's why I lost those papers. That's why I lost all of that, right? But I lost it so I can rewrite it. So now I'm in the process of rewriting everything, but it's not going to be the base core of me just being in the foster home. It's going to be the memoirs of my life, Untold Voices, or I'm still working on the title. So let's not go there. But so it's going to be the basis and the core of my life, generational trauma. Like, there's a a lot that needs to go in there. The story of my mother, the story of me being in the foster care system, the story of me, of my siblings, the stories of me dealing with domestic violence, being a single mother. It's supposed to be all of that. It's not supposed to be one scenario. And so when he told me that, I'm like, oh, okay, because I would have kept writing that paper. I would have kept emphasizing on that. And but at least I could have saved some of it to put it in the chapter with the foster, dealing with the foster home. But it's like, it's fine. I'm not worried. So today I'm going to start back writing. I have some stuff that I have, because what I would do if I think about something, I would, say it. I would write it out, not write it out, but I would I would speak it in my phone. That's so great about this technology. I don't really have to write a lot. I'll speak it into my phone, and then I would send it to myself, and then I would put it, on paper, or email it to myself, and then put it on a Word document. So that's the great thing about technology. So that's typically what I do. So a lot of that stuff that I had in the 15 pages, it was already stuff that I've already sent to myself, so I can just go back in and reiterate it and put it where I want to put it. So that's a good thing. So as we're closing up towards the end of the year, we got about 2 more weeks left until next year. And that's kind of just where I've been at lately, just getting myself in a good headspace, finish up the year, starting with the memoirs. First week of January, I have my podcast. I'm in the process of building the website, and I have a logo, so I'm in the process of just rebranding the logo, finding a web designer, and doing this manuscript. So I had a really good call yesterday with Dr. Denise Turner, who is also a domestic violence survivor. And she is an ex-pastor's wife. Her husband died about 5 or 6 years ago, and then after he passed away, she said, her life just kind of went down the drain. And it's just so fascinating to me that it doesn't matter what stage that you are in your life. She's been on this earth longer than I have, so it's just funny, because it really doesn't matter what stage you are in your life. God will still be able to use you in any situation. And the fact that she reached out to me, she has a book that she is getting ready to, she's in the process of writing her whole story as well. And she has this book company that is going to promote her book and put it out there for her by March. And she wants me to be a part of it. Which I found her on LinkedIn. Well, she found me on LinkedIn, and I thought it was just very, admirable of her to reach out to me, because I have a lot of things on LinkedIn that I, talk about as pertaining to my life in the foster home. And, she didn't know about my domestic violence situation. She just knew about the story of me being in the foster home. And, she deals with, she's an expert in trauma. So her thing is trauma. And so just based off of, my short stories that I would put on LinkedIn, that's why she reached out to me and said she wanted to be a part of it. But when we had our meeting yesterday, it was about an hour meeting via Zoom. And I told her about my domestic violence history. And she told me about hers. And then that's when she, said that she would definitely love for me to be part of her book, or be part of helping promote her book. And she's also trying, in the process of building a team as well. And she said it's been taking her about 3-4 years to even try to start writing the book. But when these people reached out to her and they told her they're going to promote it, they're going to publish it, they're going to put it all out for her at no cost, I said, oh, well, you have to do it. You absolutely have to do it. If they see the value enough in you to be able to do all this, then that's something that you absolutely have to do. And the fact that, this was our first time having this meeting. We've been on other Zoom calls before, or there's like this little, well, not little, there's this speakers community that we're in, and I've seen her on there a couple of times, and with the speakers community, we pretty much promote and we push other people's stuff. Like, she pushes my stuff, I push her stuff, and if you're in the community, then that's kind of what we do. It's like a networking community, and so that's what we do. And so that's, and so this is the first time that we've ever had a one-on-one and really gotten to intertwine with each other. So I thought it was, I mean, I was extremely overwhelmed that she would even, not even know me, but just based off of, the little interactions that we had, that she would even consider me to be part of something so, important to her. Like that in itself, when people can see the value in you and not even know you, that should tell you a lot. It's like people that I know and grown up with, and that were supposed to love me and and be there for me, they don't even see that value in me. But for someone to see that value in you and they not even know you, that's how you know you're great. And I know I'm great. So for her to see that in me and ask me to be part of that, I was extremely honored. So I knew I couldn't turn it down. I mean, why would I? So I'm super excited about that. So that's why I am back on my writing now, and I have to start rewriting anyway. So I lost all my papers. So I'll make sure to save it this time around. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with everything. And it's just been it's been good. I've been just thinking a lot, when you think a lot, and your mind races. And my children are being so loud in the background, like I can hear him all the way in the other room. And sometimes I feel like my mind just races and it goes 10, 20 times a minute, and it's an uncontrollable feeling, and sometimes it's so overwhelming and it drains me. And it's hard to calm my mind down because I have I have so much stuff in there, and I feel like when I write, and I haven't wrote, I've been writing. It's been almost like a week since I haven't wrote, since I have not wrote anything. And so I guess I have so much stuff going on in there that I know I need to put down on paper to get my draft started back up. And it can, like I said, just thinking about so much stuff, and having intimate conversations with God, and He's allowing you to see things in a different type of light, in a different type of form that you've never been able to see before. It can be a very overwhelming, but growth is very overwhelming, and that's just part of life. That's just who we are as individuals. If you're not growing, if you're not overcoming situations and making yourself better and trying to be better, then if you're still stuck in the same position, in the same situation, then it's not going to nothing changes if you don't change. So a big part of change is growth. And I mean, that's just where I am with everything. And so I'm excited that I'm starting back writing today, because I've been waiting on these instructions, and getting the feeling when it's time to write. But like I said, I write when He tells me to write. I rest when He tells me to rest. When He tells me to relax, just relax. And don't rush the process. Trust the process. So I'm a true firm believer of that. And I feel like sometimes we're such in a rush. In a rush to do what? In a rush to go where? And I mean, if you live your life vicariously through your Creator, then you should have faith in Him, and knowing that everything is going to be okay, knowing that everything's going to be taken care of, knowing that it's not your time. You're not working on your time. You're working on His time. And it's, that's the mindset that I have. I'm working on his time, so I can't rush him or what he's telling me to do, because it's not, I'm not making the decisions here, he's making all the decisions. So I have to just kind of be mindful and be respectful for that. And it's hard when you don't have patience. I don't Sometimes I pride myself on being an impatient person, but then you have to look about it. Where are you going? You're such in a rush to go nowhere. Nothing is going to happen or come to you overnight. And it's like, I'm not I need to, sometimes I feel like I need to slow down. So that's probably why he hasn't put the writing, hasn't told me to write in these last weeks, because maybe I am rushing something that I don't need to be rushing. You don't need to be rushing. He's still in the process of processing everything for you and making sure that you're going to have everything when you need to have it. So, that's just kind of how I look at everything. I'm not going to rush the process. I'm going to trust the process. Nothing is going to happen overnight. And I just realized that. Xavier, can you tell your brother to keep it down, please? I'm making a video. He's extremely loud and I can hear him. And so that is my thing right now. And I'm just, like I said, at the end of the day, we're all human, and we all have things that we experience as individuals. But if I'm just, I'm grateful that he does even allow me to put myself in this, that he has allowed me to be in this type of space and in this type of energy. And it's like, the fact that he has stripped me away from everybody, but I can gradually see how he's starting to bring, people back in my life, people to start building me back up. And you have to understand that you are a reflection of the company that you keep. That's a good one right there. You are a reflection of the company that you keep. So if you're around people that you don't necessarily like, what does that say about you? What does that say about yourself? So um you have to just realize that I think that's a harsh reality. That's a harsh realization for a lot of people. It's like, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Birds of a feather flock together. And it's like, as you get older, you really start to realize the basis and the meaning of some of these adverbs and these things. The things that you've been saying over the course of your life, and you're not really knowing the effects of them, or the true meaning of them. But I'm really starting to understand what that really means. And it's like, whatever he takes away from you, he will multiply it. He will give it back to you 10 times fold. And I'm a true believer of that. And I'm really starting to see all of that come into fruition. And it's a great feeling. It's an extremely great feeling. So, and I'm okay with that. You know, you think about how long that you've been alone, but you're not really, you're lonely, but you're not alone. You're not alone. And I'm realizing that, and it's kind of like a wool has been taken off, removed from my face. And sometimes I think and I say, well, why me? Why not you? Who are you? Why not you? So, that's another thing that I'm dealing with. Why is he allowing such this heavy responsibility? Why is he? What makes him? What makes him trust me so much to allow to put this heavy burden in? Not even a burden, but allow me to take on this assignment that he has given me. I haven't been faithful to him. I haven't, been the best person to him, and I can honestly say that I would only call on him when I needed him, and he was always been there. But I haven't been there when he wanted me to be. I haven't been consistent with our relationship, and so it just makes me think like, well, why would he choose me? well, why not? Why wouldn't he choose you? You know, I want to start seeing myself the way that he sees me. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to fully understand or accept um, how he views me, you know, because his eyes are way greater than mine, even though I have four of them. And so that is a thing that that's going to take time. And that's going to take a lot of time. But I'm doing my best at it to try to understand. You know, my biggest fear is being disobedient and not continuing doing what he asks me. But, you know, I feel like as long as I'm in constant prayer mode every day, all day, then I shouldn't be able to have no worries or doubts about being fearful of what he is asking me to do or doing what he is telling me to do. But you know, I think more so it's a fear out of respect. It's a fear. It's a fear out of respect. You know, I don't want to be disobedient. I don't want to not acknowledge him for all the work and all the wonders that he has done for me. And I just want to make sure that I'm continuously being obedient to everything that he is asking me to do. So that's another thing, you know. And I struggle with that every day because it's like, do I know if I am doing the right thing? You know, I know I'm not out here doing the wrong thing. So I'm pretty sure that's good, you know. But I don't want to be out here doing the wrong thing neither. I don't want to be out here doing something that I'm not supposed to be doing. And, you know, over the last year, I pride myself on being being obedient to him and being a better listener, you know, and it's only getting greater with time, and I'm okay with that. So, you know, just try your best, do your best. No one is perfect. No one walking this earth, this earth, this surface is perfect. So, you know, and that's okay as long as you're giving yourself 100% and giving your all. Then I don't think you can go wrong with that. I really don't. So, but I just wanted to make sure I got on here and I did a video because, like I said, it's been a minute since I've actually done one. So they are really getting on my nerves, and I'm really trying not to show my tail on this video. Xavier,
Yeah.
did you tell your brother what I told you?
Yeah.
So why is he still being that loud? Okay, so but before I leave, I wanted to share something with you. So I was on YouTube a couple of nights ago, and I had come across this video by a preacher named Doctor. Not, I don't think he's a doctor, but his name was Howard Pittman, Pitton Pittman, or Men Pittman, Howard Pittman, and he has this book. It's called Placebo, and it really changed my perspective on everything. So if you have some time, I don't know if I can put it on my. I'm gonna see if I can go about putting the link on my page so people can go to it and try to, just look at it. It is it's a very eye opener. It's a very much eye opener, and it's just got the wheels going in my head when I found it. I don't know how I found it. I don't know how I even came across it. I don't even know what I was looking for on YouTube at that day. I think I was just checking to see how long I had made a video, and it literally just popped up on my page. So it's about a story that he tells how he had this aneurysm. He was in the process of getting ready to die, and God came to him, and or he was actually on his way to heaven. Well, he thought he was on his way to heaven, and the Holy Spirit showed him the spiritual world, and and how everything works. and it was a true eye opener. So if you have the I'm gonna try to put the link on my page. But the book is called Placebo, and I believe this happened over 10, 11, 12 years ago. The guy has now passed away, but he was denied into heaven, and it was the story that he told was just is just very fascinating, very vivid, and I thought it was just very extraordinary. So, like I said, I'm gonna try to put the link on my on my YouTube if I can figure that out, and it's just a real eye opener how he pretty much explains how we are just in a spiritual warfare right now, and if this was done 10, 11 years ago, I can only imagine what the war is like now. The spiritual warfare that we're living in is like now. So but yeah, so it is a Sunday. It's a beautiful day. Being better every day in every way will make you better and better, and it will me too. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoy my videos, and I hope you're enjoying yourself. It's the holidays. Be grateful, be thankful, love on the people that love you, and even the ones that don't love you, love them too. So bye. Talk to you later.